It's Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight we talk to the OG, the man, the myth, the legend, Pancheezy, and we're going to talk about ToyTuber and ACBA and Dynamic Dusties and all kinds of fun stuff. So we should just get into it. Roll the intro. I even wore a shirt to try to really match,
You almost
really
had
match
it. You almost had it.
What do you mean almost? I thought I had
said
it.
ToyTuber.
ToyTuber.
OcToyber.
Oh, wouldn't be me if I didn't screw up a word. It's Wednesday. At least I'm saying on brand. It's Wednesday, my dudes, and welcome to episode 104 of Between Two Sentinels, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. So it's basically what happens. Anyway, I am, of course, J Shot. With me as always, Machu Toy. How you doing, Machu?
I'm good. How are you?
Superman. Everything's great. Everything's
You're
wonderful.
Superman?
I'm Superman. Well, no, sorry, I forgot my undershirt.
Did you get that
great.
figure?
Yeah, I got it yesterday. So
yeah.
I got the regular version. I think it's great. I think I was fighting with the hands. They were driving me nuts, but
because did you put the cuffs on?
No, I didn't put the cuffs on yet. I will say one of my favorite things that they gave me was the grabber, the tweezers to help tuck everything in, because I was like, oh, this is smart. This is really, really smart.
Mm-hmm. I wish other companies would do that.
Yeah, well, they don't need to now because we got this one.
Well, yeah. Well,
or maybe someone who has a 3D printer could start making them and selling them. I don't know. You could just have that one.
Me?
Anybody? You? Our guest? Henrock? I don't know. Anybody in there. So
speaking of Henrock,
hitting us up with that nice $1.99 super chat. Saying, "Sup, fellas? Happy Wednesday, my dudes." Thank you, Henrock. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. So, and as we always say, the super chats never expected, but always appreciated. So, and everything you donate, everything that's given to us goes back into the show, basically, whether it's stickers or pins or I don't know. We need something ridiculous this year. Every year we come up with something ridiculous to make, whether it's patches or other things. We'll have to come up with something. Maybe it's little branded tweezers for your toys to tuck your toy shirts in.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Right? So,
there you go.
Outside of Superman, you get anything else this week?
Well, I did mention it yesterday on Chat Migos, but I did finally get the Bestly Hulk outfit. So now my Hulk is not naked.
Oh, good.
But I did get the other body for it. I saw you put that in the chat. Which body do you actually like better, though? So this is the Mithril, right? I had this since 2023, and I was like, I'll make a whole custom out of it. I'll just make the pants one day. One day.
One day
is, we all know that one day I'll make it, right?
One day I'll make pants.
One day I'll make pants. I can sew. It's just like I never found the right material for it. But then I got that body that everybody else is using, the what is the Meditoys ogre or whatever, but I got it through Bestly. So it finally arrived. This didn't have a head on it, so I just put a SHF Hulk head on it. I thought this was going to be a lot taller.
Okay.
But it's about the same size. It's about the same height.
Yeah. As the SHF, you're saying? Or as the Mithril?
As this one.
Oh. I don't like, kind of like the other one. The Mithril, the one you got.
Too.
Yeah.
It's like it's
beefier.
So wide. Yeah.
Yeah. What does he
fills out the pants?
Big piece of plastic meat. So
it
fills out the pants.
It fills out the pants, and
it looks like the other one's mid transition. He's like going. It's like the midway point from hulking out. Relax.
Okay.
Relax. Good gravy.
I mean, he is not wearing any pants,
and he is smooth down there. So who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's check in with the chat before we get into any more trouble. Because Brad Harper's on saying Papa Punch. Bedford's Grunts is here saying let's go. Pancheezy backstage saying he's in here like swimwear. Let's see who else. We got Dom saying hello there. Ender Shatter. What's going on, Ruben, bro? We got Captain McKay. We got Highly Posable. Josh Brown is here. 796 is here. What else? We got Henrock, who we called out. Collection Nexus, who was always first. Don't forget to check them out every Monday over on the Collection Nexus YouTube channel. ToyTuber, how dare you? Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. The ToyTuber. See, I'm all over the place. Toy Chase saying, "What's up, fellas?" Don't forget, he's going to be on Rippin' and Grippin' there with Dave Wonder, who we got a crossover stream coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Yeah, okay. Stay tuned. Pancheezy is going to do ToyTuber. No.
That's a C2 Toys version of.
Yes, yeah. There you go. There you go. Josh Brown calling points. I'm assuming he made it happen for you. So, I don't know. He's calling points for something.
Points for something.
Claim it's something. So, all right, Josh Brown, let us know. KJ Smith is here. KJ Smith, highly posable on Friday nights. Don't forget to check them out. Collector 425, Grown-Ass Mantoys. Grown-Ass Mantoys is doing a lot of content lately. They had a great episode with Lago on. And they've been doing up these little pop-up lives too. So, check out their channel. Make sure you're subscribed. And speaking of subscriptions, get in and subscribe to our channel. Either one that you're watching on. My channel, Machu's channel. You don't want to miss a minute. We're going to start doing surprise lives because who knows? Why not? And they're a surprise, and you don't have to be worried about them. It's a surprise for you. It's a surprise for everybody. Cap Lives is here. Let's see. KJ says he has to say sup. He's not playing favorites. So there you go. Okay, so you must be on both channels. Thank you. Thank you, KJ. I appreciate that. Josh is calling them the toy t-shirt Tucker tweezers.
Okay.
There you go.
Points.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. One day or day one. Let's talk about cat slayers. We did not get any. But Toyfather got a cat slayer there. It looks good. I will say.
Remember. Sorry.
Too young to Thundercats? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm too young to Thundercats. That's not my age.
Dom is saying that ToyTuber is when you have to buy a new figure every day in October. Every month is ToyTuber then.
That's tough because that's when New York Comic Con is.
That's true. And of course, No Chewing is also here saying what's good all. So there you go. Thank you, chat. Thank you guys for being here. We're excited to have our guest tonight. And he's backstage. He's at work, so he's gonna have to be quiet. I don't know if he's gonna be quiet. I'm just making shit up now at this point. Oh, didn't even make it to 20 minutes. But it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So let's bring in the man. Let's bring in Pancheezy.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
What's going on?
How are you?
Good.
We're doing it live and screwed it up left and right, apparently. So how are you?
It's wonderful. I'm great, man. I'm great. It's an honor and a privilege to be here.
Stop it. The honor and the privilege is all ours, my friend.
Exactly.
No.
All right. Well, let's argue for 15 minutes whose privilege it is, and then we'll go back. So, but dude, so good to have you. And I apologize for screwing up OcToyber.
That's okay. My coworker, every single year, she's always like, you know what? She'd call this thing ToyTuber instead of OcToyber. Every single year she said that for like 6 years. Like I remember when I was like, hey, I'm put on this thing called OcToyber. She goes, why not ToyTuber? Because it's about toys. And I go, yeah, but it's also in October, so and the toys is already in there. She goes, I don't know. ToyTuber sounds better. Whatever.
Does she work for the company for my real job? Because that's exactly what that sounds like. The fights I've been having all day over. It's like, why not this? You're stupid. That's why. Anyway. But I definitely want to talk about OcToyber because one, I want to know how you got started with it, and two, I think you and I know Henrock, and I'm sure there are other people out there, but like actually take the time to do every single day, and that is just
there's a ton of people
impressive as hell. All right, well, I'm giving a special shout out to Henrock. I'm sure that, like I said, I'm sure there's other people, but I wanted to call out Henrock because he does it every day. How do you find time first off to do that, and when do you start planning for OcToyber?
Oh, I don't plan at all. Oh, so
fantastic.
Like putting it on.
Like how do you start figuring out what days and stuff? I don't plan at all. Great, every day is just a new one. You're like, why not this?
Basically, So I've been getting better and better every year at planning more and more. Last year was probably the best it's ever been. I think I started planning like in like the whole month ahead of time. So, and I had the prompt list out, I think like maybe 2.5 weeks before October started. So I'm usually just thinking of stuff like throughout the year. And then like I have like a note open or whatever that I'll like jot themes down. This year I did a lot of like community suggestions as well.
Oh, okay.
But usually what I do, it's terrible. Is I'll look around like my room and my collection and think about and see figures I want to take pictures of and like try and think of themes around like, oh, I've been really wanting to shoot this. So like, what can I do to force myself to take a picture of this? And then also force the entire community to take pictures of stuff. But yeah, for a long time it was me and like the rest of the ACBA like mods and admins would like brainstorm a bunch of like themes and whatnot. But this year, last year I asked like the community, and that was like super great too. Nice. So it's always great to just like open it up to everything. What's crazy is like the time when the most like brainstorming happens is like during OcToyber, because you just keep on thinking about like what's a cool theme to shoot or something like that, and you just keep on thinking like, oh man, next year it should be this. And so like that's what I've noticed a lot. So last year I took like a bunch of like suggestions down and whatnot, so hopefully that'll make it to next year too.
That's cool. So you actually keep the notes app open all year round almost, and just kind of keep building on it, because I would forget, man. I'd be like, this is a cool idea. Yeah,
I definitely forget. So I mean, I'm not like opening the notes app like once a week. Hey, 6 p.m. on a Friday, time to open up that notes app. No, absolutely not. Like, months will go by, and then every once in a while, like I'll throw an idea in there or whatever. But you know, as much planning as there can be, like it's basically 2 weeks before October, I start thinking like I really got to do something, and then like I just kind of like strong arm it until I think like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel real until like I make like the new logo for the year.
Okay.
And like once I start like making myself design the logo, that's when like it starts like getting kicked into gear. So that's basically it. And in terms of like preparing to take photos, I do no preparations whatsoever. Like I am like in the truest sense of raw dogging OcToyber. Like I don't even think or set up anything until the day of. Like wow. I mean, like, so I cheat a little bit because like I shoot one day ahead, because I'm like setting up and shooting like way past midnight and stuff. So like I think the first year I did OcToyber, I was doing it day of, and I was like shooting. I wasn't even posting until like 1 or 2 a.m. And I was like, this isn't fun because like I'm not posting at the same time as everybody else, which I think is like the most fun part of OcToyber, and seeing what everybody else is doing and see all the other ideas everybody else came up with. So like I shoot a day ahead now, just so I can post at the same time as everybody else. But aside from like a couple of like shots that I'm like super excited to like shoot, I pay absolutely no mind to what is going on. And it mostly just comes down to like I'll come into my home office and like I'll just look around at like what figure I can shoot that that just happens to go with whatever the theme is.
That's crazy. We got a couple of super hats here that I just want to call out. We got the Real Comrade hitting us with the $10 super hat, saying took an adult nap and I'm ready for a full show. Just want to say we appreciate you guys always keeping it thou wow 1,000. Okay, cool. I got it. All right. You know, resident white guy here trying to figure it all out. We're rolling with it. I appreciate that, Real Comrade. Thank you so much, man. And a very generous $20 super hat from the Toy Migos. Say, Pancho! What up, fellas? Thank you, Cheney. Always appreciate that, and always appreciate you inviting me back every week for Tuesday's show. Couple of the comments here we want to call out to. Rick Dom says, "Is that Pancheezy of the ACBA
ACBA
It sure
podcast?
is. It sure is.
Hey,
It sure
it's
is. Sure is." And Dom says he uses a spreadsheet to plan out all his OcToyber
What
shots.
a guy.
Then I list out multiple ideas and what figures I need. This year I knocked out 31 shots plus backups in about 2 weeks. That's impressive. Also, shout out to Dom. Dom has been like putting up a post every day for about 2 years. He said it like never clicked in my head, but this guy he's really out there. He's not just slinging Nature Valley bars. He's he's also taking toy shots. That's really impressive. And let's see. The Doom themed logo is among your finest work, my friends.
I know. I almost like never want to change it. Like I'm like really thinking about like this is it. Like,
That's the one.
I truly don't think I can top that. And like I'm in like the final stages of making like the trophies for the winners of last year. And like I'm really thinking about like, do I just rip trophies for the next 5 years? But I have to use the same logo if I do it. So like I don't know, that's a really good logo. So like
I realized there were trophies involved. Wow.
I'm totally biased, but like I just keep on thinking like I seriously can't think of a better logo than that.
Well, that is a really good logo.
Yeah. Hey, here I got it open. Just Mario saying raw OcToyber.
OcTober, exactly.
Oh my god. And this is what we're talking about here, right? So just in case you guys don't know about OcToyber, this was last year's theme list, but look at that logo. Look at how nice.
Yes, it's my magnum opus, to be quite
honest. There you go.
So I'll be honest, every time OcToyber comes around, I get excited and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start shooting, right? But then like halfway through, I'm like, oh no, Comic-Con's around the corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
like we're just gonna have to get ahead.
Yeah, but that was my problem. Is I would shoot day of, like Pancho said, he would shoot day of. I would post like 2 a.m. after the day was like after the due date, and I'm like, oh man, and like I'm always trying to catch up at that point. So starting a day before is smarter, and if you could double up on your setups, that would be also pretty smart too.
Yeah.
I also
or you could shoot 2 photos. See, this is so like I had that idea this year too. Like I remember I would what was I doing? There's a couple of examples. There's a couple of days where I was like, all right, cool. I shot something, and then like as I'm like writing it up on Instagram, I'm like, I hate this. So I'd shoot an entirely new thing, like I had a complete out to like just like an easy day, just get out. And then I just like go back and just shoot a whole new picture. And it's not like I'll save the first photo. I'll post them both like an idiot. So
that's still fun though to get a double post on OcToyber.
Oh, yeah, it's super fun, especially when like you're super into like the photo you took. Like there are days, like admittedly, where I'm not as excited about a certain day as I am another. So like it'll just be like a super simple, like maybe 30-minute setup shot or something like that. And then like I'll just throw it up there and I don't really care about it. But like Absolute Cinema was a day where I grinded out both of those pictures for like forever for both of them. And I was like super stoked to post both of them. Same with I think Alternate Timeline maybe too. I was super into those pictures. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome. I was gonna. Okay, Masha, go ahead.
Oh no, you continue with what you're saying because I got to pull it up anyway.
All right, no, I was gonna ask: was there a shot day or a theme that you really like stood out to you this year? But I mean, you just mentioned Absolute Cinema, so I don't know if that was it or.
Yeah, so like Tribute was like a really great one because like my tribute shot was for Akira Toriyama, and like I purposely held off on like posting Akira Toriyama tribute stuff throughout the year, not only because like I don't know, I mean like everybody was doing it, but that's not the point. But like usually when like I have an idea for a photo, I like bully myself into saving it for OcToyber. But like I had just been itching to like shoot like an Akira Toriyama like tribute shot like the whole year. So so that's probably like one of the days I was the most excited for. And then Absolute Cinema was great because I got to shoot something like both shots that I've been wanting to shoot for like a super long time. And then like I think Alternate Timeline also was a really good one because like I had posted a shot before I went to work, and like in the back of my head I was like, this is I like it, but like I know I can do better, but like I had to go to work. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll put it up. And then like I got like a ton of like great feedback from everybody in like the community. And I just went ahead and I just redid the entire shot. And then that was like my most successful post of the year.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like a fun side effect for that.
Nice. I'm gonna need you to repeat Canon event because I think you did that 2 years ago. And my wife actually made me little cannons, and I was going to do a whole thing. I was going to do a thing that was like Spider-Man showing up, like all confused, and like J. Jonah leaning on a thing, being like, "You're at the wrong Cannon event." And it just have a bunch of cannons for sale. And I just never got around to shooting it, but my wife made the little cannons for me, and they've been like sitting on my shelf. So I just if we could reuse that. That's my request. This is my one request this year.
I remember that year. It was also possible. There was the idea I had of like Spider-Man saving 4 turtles from ooze.
Yes. Yeah, I screwed that Canon event. I just want to give another shout out here. Marvelous Shots giving another $10 super chat. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Dude. And we appreciate the grown ass man toys too, dude. So much so. And Dom has said he has at least one post every day since 2021. That's impressive, my dude.
Crazy.
That is seriously. Hats off to you, man. You just keep grinding it out.
And they're not just like desk shots or hand shots. They're full on dio shots.
Yeah. So let's see. And Captain McKay Random says then it's settled for 2025 and 2026. OcToyber Eternal and OcToyber the Dark Age. Is that one of those other Doom games? I don't even know. You got Man Beast Boy saying it's such a fun throwdown. And then let's what else we got here. I look forward to everyone's unique takes on the theme. It's true. It's amazing how you throw a couple words out there and everybody interprets it differently and everybody comes up with something and it matches. You have a thought and I, Matt, you have a thought and I have a thought and it's completely different. But it's always exciting to see, and it's cool also to just see the community come together around one thing and kind of like how you play off of each other for that. It's really cool. I'm gonna make a valiant effort this year to do more than 1 or 2 shots that I think
I want to see shots from Man Beast Boy because he's a part of the community. We see him all the time. He's a big collector, and I want to see photos from him. I keep telling him that too.
There you go, Man Beast Boy. Time for you to get going. Time for you to start pulling a dumb. It's every day from here on out. So.
I hear a lot of people this year, especially like there's a really great thread in the ACBA Facebook group where there's a lot of people talking about specifically why they don't post for OcToyber.
Oh.
And I thought that was a really great thread because it gave a lot of insight into like why people feel like they don't. A lot of people feel like their posts get like buried, like because there's such an influx of like just content. A lot of people feel like they there's not really a point because like so many more like they feel like other members of the community are way better than they are at that point. Mm-hmm. And like stuff like that. To that I say like it's not as big of a deal as like you're making it out in your head for sure. Like I get that there is like a ton of pictures and stuff, but like the best thing about OcToyber for me that I think is like it's not even about like putting your picture out there for like the whole community to see, which is awesome. But like I think OcToyber really hits when like you are part of like a friend group or something, or like a smaller like clique or whatever, and all of you guys are doing it together, and then like you're posting your stuff for like specifically your friends to see, not for like just like everybody to see and then just see like how many likes or like interactions and stuff like it gets. Like that to me is like the best part about it. And then to people that like are hesitant because like other people are out there, like dude, just try and like have fun with like your displays and stuff. Like everybody started out taking just the worst pictures ever. Like it's like that is like a constant in life. If you look at anybody's first photos, they are not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the way it is. Like, I look at, like, if you're submitting your photos, like, I look at every single photo. And like the coolest thing for me about like being like behind the scenes for OcToyber is like seeing people like improve like year after year. There are people that have like started posting for the first time ever because of OcToyber, and seeing their progression like over the years is like insane. It's like super cool.
That's got to be really cool for you to see too, right? Just like you're talking about the progression, because you're right. Every one of us starts out, you know, pretty crappily, and then, you know, hopefully we get better, you know, but you get better if you listen to feedback. And you know, the other thing, man, like, you know, I get that people feel that, you know, and we've talked about this before, right? We have a saying here. It's like, yeah, other people post stuff too, but like if you ever feel like somebody else is doing what you're doing, take a walk down the bread aisle, man. You know, like how many freaking loaves of bread.
Incredible.
It's the same thing, dude, right? Like it's a different you can make whatever bread you want. Just don't touch that guy with the banjo. He's kicking ass. Nobody can beat him. So, but you know, just like if it's true though, right? Like everybody's doing something, but you bring something, you don't know what you're going to bring that's going to be different and what's going to be better, you know, or just resonate with somebody else. And that's why we do this. But I love that. And I would also say too, right? Just because you don't take the shot in October, you could still use this as like a check mark, right? As like a list to go through all year round.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
the like one of the main driving points of OcToyber, like originally was like it was just a way to kind of prepare you for like contests, like because like all of our contests like have themes and stuff too. But it was just like a super lax, zero stakes type of event where you could just get used to the idea of like a strict rule set of like a theme or whatever. But like it's the least strict thing ever.
Cap Liv says he's excited for his trophy. It's going right on his bookshelf. So there you go.
There it is. Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. So we don't do it for contests, but Cap Lives is all about it apparently too. So it's okay. Henrock says he stopped his shoots after New York Comic Con. I don't know why. But I guess
I get it. I get it, dude. I get it.
This year he went straight home from New York Comic Con when he got that what was it, the Junkyard Joe? And
he shot it immediately. I think he left the con at 5:00. By 5:05, there were shots of Junkyard Joe up, and they were bangers. It wasn't just like, you know, again, he took a hand picture. He just like full scene with the Dio. Unbelievable. Kix is here saying, great campaign again, Pancheezy. Amazing work leading by example with all your shots as well. It's true. There you go, man. There you go. And congratulations, Kix just got married a little while ago.
That's right.
So, there you go, man. Congratulations. See, I pay attention. That's
Caillou Kix. Yeah, that's great.
Caillou. You know, I was trying real hard there. Pancho, I was trying real hard. I was like, hey, John, you know, it's Lunar New Year. Maybe don't screw up any names tonight. You know, I'll do my best. We got Ryan here too. He says, you never know who you'll inspire. Make your content. That is true, man. That is the takeaway. That is the takeaway too from tonight. You never know who you're going to inspire to take a shot. So, you know, somebody may look at, you know, the work I do and be like, shit, if he could put that crap up, I could put it up better. So there you go. No. We got Agent Veterinarian is here as well. Yes, I know it's not Caillou. Yeah. There it is. There it is. And look, I mispronounced a name, and look who shows up. Hello there, Kevin. How are you? Hope all is well. I must shoot you, Henrock. That's great. I can see Henrock talking to his toys like that. That's amazing.
Probably has it in his pocket too.
Yeah, he's like, I must shoot you. Yeah. Terrible. Oh man. All right. So I'm excited for OcToyber this year. And we should probably either clip that whole conversation we had and roll it in September, or have you back on in September to talk about what's going to happen. So,
sure,
you know, depending on how the rest of the episode goes and whether or not you want to come back. I pronounced it Ryu up until this year when I pronounced it Ryu. You know, so that's or actually last year when I heard you guys talking about it. Yeah, last year when you guys were talking about Ryu, and I was like, Ryu, who the
Who's
hell
that?
is Ryu? Yeah, who's that? So anyway, all right. So it talks a little bit about ACBA. Let's talk about that. And just like I wanted to ask this question, and again, forgive me if this is total ignorance on my part, but were you like one of the founding members? Like, how did that whole thing start? Like, if anybody's new and doesn't really know the story behind it, how did you guys kind of get started with articulated comic book art? Yeah.
Well, after Boog invented toy photography, he
Okay.
basically said, like, why don't we take this a step further? No, but yeah, no, I'm not a founding member. I'm just like a dude. It's like it's crazy that like I'm where I am with ACBA right now, because it's like it's a complete. It just seems like a result of like a string of misfortunes that led me to that point. I can go over like the Spark Notes version of it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
but like Boog founded ACBA by wanting to how do I put this? I see
There
the
you go.
flyer all the time, and it has like that little blur. But like Boog founded ACBA, I think in 2009. I want to say
wow.
maybe earlier, 2008, 7. But he's been displaying and doing like a version of ACBA forever. But like at its core, ACBA is about recreating pages and like scenarios from comic books and your favorite comic related media and whatnot. And I think the thing that sets it apart is it is a complete tangible art form where it is really meant to be kind of like an extension of like displays that you would see like at a museum or something, where you see like little miniature scenes and whatnot, and how everything is done tangibly in a museum. And like it's just like a fun way to like really just do like practical effects in your camera. But obviously, just like how times change, things evolve, camera tech evolves, like the core definition of ACBA expands more and more and more. Like now we're seeing more people use like Photoshop for stuff like color correction. Color correction is, like, you guys know, obviously, like a huge part of the professional world at this point. So we've like encompassed more of that stuff. Like lines get blurred in terms of like what may have been like not acceptable like 10 years ago is now like an industry standard across the board. So obviously color correcting is like tight. That's like my pedestal.
Okay.
So like,
hey,
if you're ever like wondering, like if you're like not doing ACBA a service by color correcting, just color correct away, my friend. Like but so in terms of like how I got involved in ACBA, like there was a situation where I wanted to go to MagFest, which is like this insane like retro video game convention on the East Coast. I had bought tickets for MagFest. That kind of fell through, and I was like, all right, okay, maybe I can go to Toy Fair. And this is like before I knew that it was like a industry thing. It wasn't like a consumer thing. And I was like, well, let's do Toy Fair. And then I had like booked the hotel and everything. And then I found out that you can't buy anything there. And I was like, well, this is dumb. But then I was like, well, you know what? How about like we just go to New York and just chill or whatever. And then I was talking to my wife, obviously, and she's like, all right, okay. I mean, just like whenever you want to go, that's fine. And I was like, all right, okay. And then at this point I was already in the ACBA group. Like I had come into the ACBA group with like a bunch of other dudes from Instagram. And like I had kind of like just posted for a while. I had spoken to Boog like a handful of times at that point, because like one of my shots was the album art on like iTunes for one of JC's songs. I think one of the ACBA songs. So like I had talked to Boog like a little bit, but then there's this other admin called Elliot Chinnock, super great guy. He's from the UK, and he was messaging me and he was like, "Hey, dude, like, me and my university are doing like this trip to the States, to New York." He's like, "You should come up." And I was like, "All right, I live in South Carolina." He's like, "Yeah, I mean, that can't be like far." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't think you know."
People from the UK don't realize
They don't get it.
They don't.
They think a 2-hour train ride is far. It's like, that's my commute to work.
True,
Yeah.
So long story short, like, that ends up happening. And because Elliot invited me out there, I ended up that weekend, I met Boog, I met Elliot, I met a bunch of other guys from ACBA. I also met Darius that weekend. Okay. I met Nelson Light that weekend. I met like a ton of dudes, Fernando, like a whole, like Shane, like everybody. And I think at that point also Posing and Easy had come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that point, like I think episode 2 was out already, and like the picture that I posted for episode 2 was pretty popular in the group. So like Boog and like the other admins were like talking about it. So like I kind of had like a rapport with those guys, and then like meeting Boog like face to face in New York, kind of like set that whole thing off. And then he asked me to like do help him with his intro for his YouTube channels. And then like that started that like relationship where that just snowballed into like me just being like the graphic designer for like ACBA and whatnot. And then and that's how I am where I am now, basically.
That's
because
awesome.
Because I couldn't go to MagFest, and then I thought I could buy toys at Toy Fair. Stupid me, right? Thinking you could buy toys at Toy Fair.
It's toys at Toy Fair. Why wouldn't you be able to buy toys?
Well, I just realized you can't buy toys at Toy Fair.
We don't. Who knows? Maybe they'll have exclusives that we can buy.
We're going.
You can't buy toys at Toy Fair, Matt. That doesn't mean you won't leave without toys. I'm just saying.
True. Yeah.
So we're going. What is it? March 1st, I believe. Right? Is this year? So
always wanted to go.
We'll be present there. It'll be fun. I got to call this out. This $2.79 Canadian super hat. I don't know how much that translates to. Hope J-Shot used my reel today to practice Chinese. I did not, Kev. I didn't even see it. So, but I will be. I will. It's just the algorithm, man. Like, it's not a diss. It's not a diss.
You've been busy with work. You told me.
Work has been crazy. It was like first day back at work, being sick for a couple of days. So it's been great. But I will check it out and I will practice and send you a voice recording as to how badly I screwed them up. So there you go. So you can laugh about it and then probably use it in a different reel. Don't be like this dude. Man Beast Boy says, "You're the dude behind the dude." I love that. It's great. Toy Father checking in. Kevin saying, Boog invented toy photography and then jumped on a bike 100 feet in the air, like one of those like big ones. Yeah. That's awesome there. Oh, look at this. Pancho, you were looking for a natural transition and he just gave it to us. So High School Creation stopping by, and we wanted to make sure when we were talking backstage, Pancho was like, there's got to be a way that we can naturally talk about and plug Mike's WOLXT challenge and our photo contest. And there it is, Mike. So thank you for that. We appreciate that lovely transition to talk about. Totally natural, smooth as ever, like butter. That was.
Yeah, allowed to participate in this? Let me know.
What did you say?
I thought we established yesterday on Amigos that you were going to give away your set.
What? No, I never said that. I never said that. Excuse me.
What do you have? Like 6? How many do you have?
6.
I have the display from Decon.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I saw your post the last couple of days. I think that's like the end game for WOLXT is creating something like that. That's nasty.
It's gonna be like that for. That's also why I'm not streaming there.
So let's talk about this. We got a WOLXT photo contest. We're over $300 in cash and prizes. All your submissions are due February 1st, which is Saturday, through February 15th. So you got a day after Valentine's Day, so you got time. You can also use it as an excuse as to why you can't go out on Valentine's Day. Totally up to you. Contest rules are: you must submit a photo to the following email, and that is contests@highschoolcreations.com. Post using the hashtag WallXD, and all your photos must highlight the use of WallXD. And he's got some pretty awesome prizes. It's more than one prize, right? It's not just like one $300. Yeah, it's some pretty cool stuff. Is there another? No, is there another page that shows what the prizes are?
In the description. So like I think the prizes are there's cash for first, second, and third prize, of course.
Yeah.
And then first, second, and third will also be getting physical prizes as well. Something from the WallXD family, maybe. I don't know if it's actually on the post.
There you go.
But also, there is another. Again, I got to read the post.
Yeah. That's fine. It says prizes. 3 lucky winners will take home over $300 in cash and prizes, and your work will be featured in a printed WallXD advertisement. So there you go. You can add that to your you add that to your credits. You know, look at me getting featured. But yes, new photos are encouraged, but submitting previously displayed works are as well, as long as they fit the criteria. I don't know how the judging will work, but Mike is going to judge you. So you know he's gonna judge your work. And
that's absolutely true.
Yeah. So, but
it's
there you go.
Terrifying when he judges your work.
I could just see him too.
Terrifying.
Squinting at it. Yeah. Just you know, like all up in your business. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I highly encourage everybody that has WallXD to enter, even if you don't want to do like a display, like submitting pictures of like how you have it displayed in like your DTOF or like on your shelf and stuff, that works too, because the whole idea of the contest is to just advertise and like get the word out about like how you utilize WallXD in like your collection or your displays or whatever. So the more
with your current dios too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have it mixed with like other diorama pieces from other companies, whether it be NECA or Extreme Sets or whatever, or whoever, Ramen Toys. The great thing about WallXD is just like how like adaptive it is to like all these other great displays. Like I remember when I got my walls from Mike, I was just like setting it up with like a whole bunch of other like diorama pieces I had as well. So it's really great. And like the photos that he showed here, these are from, I think Century is one, Vasco Toys is another one. And then I'm blanking on the top one. I apologize, but like it's like three great different like examples of how you can display it. But like as long as you are highlighting WallXD, I think that you have like a real shot at winning this thing. And like the coolest part is like seeing your photo in like an advertisement for WallXD, wherever that may be. I don't know if he wants to say where like it will be, where it will be like displayed, but like it's definitely something cool, like somewhere cool where you can where you and like your peers will see your photo in a printed piece of media, and you're just like, oh, that's really cool though, like my picture's in there. So
I'm sure it'll probably be in like conventions like DCon.
Yes.
Like, if Mike decides to go to Legion's Con, which I've been trying to get him to go to. You know,
Legion's Con would be cool for WallXD, I think.
Right. That's what I was trying to tell him. Yeah.
We represented Legion's Con. Yeah.
We worked out a quick deal like the week before where we can sell some WallXDs.
The week it was like 3 days before.
It was days before.
Days before. Yeah. With Chubsy Wubsy, which by the way, if you don't have a WallXD, you can get your WallXD over at highschoolcreations.com. Or right, I think he's still shipping some, or if not, you can get him at a place like Chubsy Wubsy Toys. Or Matt's house. Matt's also got plenty to give away, you know. So
I don't know what he's talking about.
Where'd I go? I missed something? Something happened. I blacked out for a second. Ryan says you make connections at Toy Fair that will get you exclusive. So there you go. Let's see. Cal the Collector asking too, how do you get featured? Do you have both IG and Facebook? I'm assuming that's back to asking the question about ACBA.
The easiest way to get featured is to post on the Facebook group, because that is mostly where we source features, is on the Facebook group. There is a chance that if you post on Instagram and like you use our hashtag and whatnot, that you'll get a feature from there. But like, I will tell you that the eyes belonging to the person who searches for features are mostly glued to the Facebook group. So that's your best shot.
Facebook is where it's at. There you go.
That's true.
All right. Let's see. We got PJs in the house saying, "Yo, we got PJs here." Cap says, "Get ready to learn Chinese." J Shot. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try. Toy Renzu late, but hitting us with the
sup nerds.
There it is. So natural. Boog is the Chuck Norris of toy photography. Question mark? I don't think it's a question mark. No question mark. And Mike saying Machu has so many. Let's see. What else we got here? Dom says he has 7 walls. 6 wouldn't be that crazy. There you go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So, and Cheney distinctively remembers you saying that you're going to ship out the display.
What? I don't.
Too. So
where do you see that message?
We'll have to go back and check the videotape. Go check the replay from Chat Migos yesterday with Customs by Machu. I'm a plug-in machine tonight. Look at this. Collection Nexus says, I'm curious as to whether Pancheezy has had any luck getting some Prismic Evolution packs. That's true. You're card packed, man. You're a huge card puller.
Yeah, I got some. But I didn't stream opening them or anything because I just knew I wasn't gonna pull anything. And what do you know? I pulled nothing. I mean, I pulled some stuff, but like nothing crazy. But like again, it's just awful trying to find that set. It's particularly awful because like the Target closest to me is in a mall, like 5 minutes from my house. But in that mall is also a card shop. And like every time that they restock any Pokemon thing at that Target, like I can't prove this, but I know for a fact that the people that own that card shop like send out like a dozen people to buy, because it's like 1 per person. So like they send out like a dozen people to like go just buy up the entire stock. It's like miserable trying to buy Prismatic Evolution like in my area right now. But I did manage to, I think I may have bought like a total of like 20 packs at this point. So nothing crazy. Maybe like 30. And the most I've pulled is like a full art trainer, which to some is buns, but like I love full art trainers. That's like my favorite thing. So that's pretty cool. And then I pulled like a bunch of like Pokeball and like Master Ball stuff too, which is like the subset inside of it. But like I haven't pulled like anything crazy. Nothing yet.
Okay. I will say your personality and your general like just aura is infectious and just like, but when you pull a card, your excitement it could powerhouse. It's amazing.
I'm not into the whole cards thing, but watching your streams when you're pulling cards and like the energy you have, like I have no idea if it's good or bad. It could have been a bad card, but
but you love it. You absolutely love it.
And then you go Super Saiyan.
It's so funny.
No, and everybody gets into it too. Like everybody in the chat is like, this is the one. This is gonna be the pull.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I think the best stream I ever had was like when 151 came out, which is like a celebration and anniversary set for the first 151 Pokemon. Like I think it came out, I want to say last year, maybe the year before last, I can't remember. But the first night of 151, I think it was like there was so many people on my stream and like so many people were like interacting and talking, and I pulled like literally every single chase card I wanted in one night. And like it was like the best stream I've ever had, and that's like my luck forever. Like there's no way I'm ever pulling anything crazy ever again. That and like I pulled a Moonbryon in my work van at a Publix because I like desperately wanted to visit my wife on my lunch break, and like I drove like 20 minutes like out of the way to see my wife, and like there just happened to be Pokemon cards at Publix, and then like I pulled like one of the most expensive cards from the modern era like there. It was pretty crazy. So that's nice. My luck forever. That's why I'm having no luck in Prismatic Evolutions, but it's all right. It's worth it.
I will say for a while you were doing like those lives and I just like kept hitting them the right way, and you would pull a card, you'd be like, "Let's go!" And then all of a sudden, dude, I kid you not, I stopped myself because I haven't cursed throughout this whole show. My son started going, "Let's go!" Like whenever he would play a video game, I would just die. It was so good. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's infectious, man. It's infectious in the best way possible. Mike is giving us a little bit more information. He says he's going to announce more details on the 1st. He wants everyone to jump in and enter, making sure we know it's not just toy photos, but how you display and use them, and also get them at Big Bad Toy Store. High School Creations is sold out, so there you go.
Wow,
High School Creations sold
congrats,
out.
Though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Congrats. Yeah.
Oh. I got a couple more. We got Trix Blast. What's going on, man? He's stopping by. Let's see. Steve Morrow is here, even if you're me. I don't even know what that. I missed him before. Grown Ace Man Toys again, saying what's up, guys. Kyle, what a guy. Saying happy Wednesday, my boys.
What a guy.
What a guy. What a guy. Here you go. Dom says easiest way to get features is to log into Henrock's account and post there. So there you go.
You know, when you were scrolling down, I was just like, that's Henrock. That's Henrock.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I know. The guy kills it. You can't be mad at him. He kills it. Oh, he just absolutely kills it.
And I'm just like, that's my lens. He used my lens.
Let's see. Lago says, yep, he said it. There you go.
I don't know what you're talking. Nope. Maybe the Van Damme.
No, the Van Damme. Yeah, that's it. We were like, you're gonna give away your things. You're like, yeah. So that's we just took that as a yes. Oh, there you go. We got another. Oh my god, man! Grown Ass Man Toy is killing it tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Another $10 super hat saying, "What's up, guys? It's Collector 425 over here. Just want to say we are glad to be a part of the Between Two Sentinels multiverse. We outside. It's awesome, guys. Thank you so much, man. I seriously super generous tonight. We appreciate that. Let's see. All right, one more here. J-Shot is right about the infectious aura. Poncho and Yimbo are the two dudes in the toy space who could restore anyone's positivity like a super potion. That is something really special. There you go. I love that, and it's 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Have you met Yimbo in person?
I have not. I haven't had the pleasure yet, but hopefully.
Can they meet in person, or is it like gonna be? It's gonna. Like, is that like if they hug, the world ends? It might be too much.
It breaks the timeline.
Like, it breaks the time. Then we've got a canon event, and we're back to OcToyber, and it's bringing full circle. Natural transitions right there. Oh man. I also wanted to shout out. You got your own page that you put stuff up on, and I totally forgot until you were talking about it before. About you are a huge video game collector too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just hate money, dude. Between toys and Pokemon cards and. You just hate money, and that's why you're at work now.
I know, right? every time, like every couple of years, I'll tell my wife, like, "Man, aren't you glad that I'm not into this?" And then I'm into it, like magically. A couple of months later, like the end game used to be 1/6 scale, and I would always tell Becca, I would always be like, "Dude, if you thought it was bad now, what if I was buying Hot Toys, right?" And then they put out more Spider-Man figures, and. But luckily, I've hit a stopping point with Hot Toys. But now it's like, what if I was like into like RC cars, Becca, or like drones, and like I want a drone, but like it's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, like I have unfortunately a very like expensive hobby. I was into video games like before figures. Like collecting video games was like something I did. For a while before I was collecting figures. Like when I was a teenager, and like when I was a teenager, I would like. It started because my dad bought me a PS2 from Korea, but it was modded. So like any other 14-year-old with like the internet, I just decided to like start pirating tons of video games like all over the place. And like I think because I pirated video games for so long, like I was pirating video games up until like I was like in my 20s, like my mid 20s or something. I had just like this massive amount of like pirate guilt, like ISO guilt, which is like what a lot of people call it, ISO guilt. And like I was finally in a position where like I had like a pretty good, like a good job, like a steady income. Then like I was like, all right, cool, I'll start buying like games again, and started like buying a lot of 360 games, because 360 is like my favorite era of video games.
Oh, dude, that was the best.
So good, so good. And like I was working at GameStop at the time, so like I got like a pretty great discount on stuff. So like I just started building up like 360 stuff, and then I just went from there. I was like crazy into like collector editions for a while. I was like super into like retro stuff for like a very, very long time. But like luckily I got through all of that before like the bubble really burst on retro. Like like there was a time before like 2013 or whatever where it was like really great for retro stuff. Like you were getting stuff for less than $10. And then people thought it was really bad in like 2015. And then people thought it was even worse in like 2018. And then 2019 happened. And like now it's like genuinely impossible to get into retros, like retro collecting, because like because of 2020 and all that stuff. Like the market is just like unreal. It's like Pokemon, like retro. It's like vintage Pokemon collecting now. It's the worst. But like I'm happy where I am with like my collection right now. I have a pretty big video game collection. Like I don't post a lot about it on my page because like my Instagram page is mostly for like most of my audience is like toy photographers and like toy guys. And I really do want to like post more video game stuff, but I just feel like whenever I post it, like nobody cares. Like I was like super into import PS1 stuff January of last year, and like I got like the most amazing like lot of like PlayStation 1 games. I did an 8-hour stream on my YouTube channel because I was on an import website for like the first time, like looking at all this stuff, and I was just like going through. I know that site has the worst sorting method of all time. So like I just went to PS1 and I just doom scrolled 200 pages of like PS1 stuff, and I streamed that for 8 hours, and I got that box, and like I made a post about like how stoked I was, and nobody cared.
I remember when you said you got that box. I remember you showing that box off. I remember that. Yeah. So we cared.
That's true. Yeah, people care.
Like,
and again,
care.
Like that like that harkens back to what I was saying about OcToyber. Like even though like nobody cared, like I posted that stuff for like my friends and my homies that I knew would care. Like and it was cool to see like everybody like show up liking that post and commenting on it and stuff.
not every post is for everybody. We get it. So Ryan Dole did just pop that up, and Machi, you had that there. He goes, you want to see you playing Rivals?
Oh no. Unfortunately not. I wish I was. This is like the most cliche and like predictable like new dad thing to say, but like I wish I had time to do that stuff. Like I barely have time to like play single player games. Like I don't have a nanosecond of sweaty gaming time at all. Like I wish that I could just like sit down in front of my computer and just sweat it out for like hours and hours and hours. But like I just have too many stupid hobbies. Like I just wish I had one. Like
I can understand because, well, one, like the games in Rivals, they're quick, right? But like,
true.
You don't want to just sit there for like 5 minutes, play one game, and then get off. You want to hang out with your homies and squad up with everybody, because like it's a revolving door of people coming in. It's like, okay, let's see who's on. You get like one buddy, then another one comes in, then two more say, "Oh, you're streaming? Oh, you're playing? I'm going home now. I'm gonna boot up."
Yeah. I think we were playing the other night, and I was like, all right, I got one more game in me, and then like 40 minutes later, I finally signed off. That's the other thing that happens too. So
I tried playing it on my Steam Deck, but like I was playing it alone on a Steam Deck with controls, and I was like, this stinks. Yeah. So like,
there's a lot of people in the community who play the game though.
We got a good side conversation happening here that I just want to highlight. So Rick Dom says that level of infectious positivity of Yimbo and Poncho would shake the world. To which Steve replies, maybe it would fix the timeline that is currently broken. And for his recommendation here, Lagos says Rick Dom for president. So, Rick Dom says your future president is here. Lagos saying ToyTubers as your cabinet. I don't see anything wrong with this progression. How could it possibly get any worse, is all I'll say. So, there you go. And then No Chewing says, and then the one person who never appears still booting up for when they're playing Rivals. Also, John to the Ross, public subs and fried chicken S tier. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. He's not wrong. Chicken finger sub from Publix. I was turned on to it a couple of years ago, and
you're making me hungry.
Yeah. Here we go. One other thing here. Was it ever settled on who's a better booker? Pancheezy with or Machi with? There you go. That's the wrestling thing, right? Okay.
Yeah, Pancho's way better at it with the in terms of like the production value, making it fun, and everybody like tuning in, and the announcing. You make it worth watching.
Oh, thank you. That I appreciate it. Yeah, that's nice.
Are we gonna bring those back? I think we need to bring those back. I feel like I was wronged at one point.
I'd love to have a free hour at 8 p.m.
Hell yeah. We'd have to plan that out, though.
We took that today from you. Yeah. So
that's true.
Yeah, we took your free hour from maybe.
I don't know. Like whenever I want to do my own stuff, like I always feel like I can push my own stuff back.
Right.
Like there's more and more and more, but like I'll always show up for like the homies, obviously.
There you
go. But yeah, the WPF PFW is definitely not dead for sure. I don't know. I just love to do more of it. I just don't know when I could. But I really had a lot of fun doing it. That was
it definitely seemed like you could see that you were having fun with it. Like every day there's like a new debut.
Oh yeah. I had fun with the debuts. I hit my peak with like the Royal Rumble where Simon Hill, Plastic Snaps was on there, and his fucking sorry. You're
good.
I think we tried to go 20 minutes without cursing, and I've already blown that. So you're good. Don't worry about it.
Curse all the fuck you want, because you know what? Thanks for everybody with their super hats.
Yeah, we're good.
I think Wade on Parallel Universe debuted in that stream too. Lago, I don't think Lago debuted in that stream, but he was like a couple of streams before. But yeah, I really liked making those custom characters and stuff, and it was fun like making everybody look ridiculous.
I was gonna say the offer's still on the table if you still want 2K24. I think it's cheaper now though. Well, 25 just got announced.
I know, right? I think I own it now because it was free on something. I don't know.
Okay.
But like, I would much rather have it on like PC versus like anything else. But who knows? Maybe, you know what? Like, I think the last good like 2K game in terms of like community creations and stuff was maybe like 2013 or 2012 because like it was just so open and everybody could share everything, and like all those systems are so closed with these new stuff that like it just stinks because like the dream scenario is literally you and I just tag teaming every single like creative character
dude.
of like every person.
That's the dream right there. You know what though? Like I can upload the ones that I have so far, so that way you can have those characters.
That is true. That is very true.
24.
And just in case you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is some of the amazing work. This is so good. So fun. It's so fun. Look at that. Look, Mario just punishing Kevin here. It's so good.
I had a lot of fun like, making like the custom belts too. I think this is like the house belt or whatever. But like
there you go.
There's Lago right there.
There's Lago, and he said he loved my green outfit with my white pants. There you go. Lago calling it out, and Cheney saying he's not even a wrestling fan, and he found himself tuning into those streams every time.
That's great.
So,
that's wonderful. That's like the best comment to get, honestly.
Yeah, dude, these were great. These were so, and dude, like I got to be honest with you, when you had messaged Machu and I to do it, it was like one of those moments for me where I was like I'm in. Like this made me feel like I was, I was a part of it. Like I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So it was definitely a stoic thing. So
definitely have to bring that back.
In Machu's universe, Lago is an animal. There you go. Can we do crossover? It's gonna be like
Pancho's the champion. He's always the champion.
That's right.
No, am I really? No.
Yeah.
So funny.
I think what was it? The last one? Who won? I think it was Cheney that actually won in
Cheney won?
Kevin's stream.
Hell yeah.
On his in his 24-hour.
That's right.
That's right.
That one. And like commentate with you guys. That would have been really fun.
I would love. Let's do that. Let's find a time to do that. I would love to do that. That'd be great.
You just basically run the simulation, right? Or is it pre-recorded? Let's pull the curtain back a little bit.
No, I run the sim for sure. It's all live.
Okay.
The only pre-recorded thing was when I did the match with Yoko in it, because I had to use the AEW game, which stinks for custom creating. But like but that game rules if you specifically love WCW versus Nitro on N64. Like whatever game was on N64.
in the newer games, there are people who do mod, so that's
true.
But like
I searched like high and low for like mods that let the men and women's divisions fight each other, but like the only ones I could find for 23, whichever one I had, were always like paywalled behind like some guy's Patreon or something, and I'm like, I'm not spending $60 on a mod so Mario could beat up Yoko. That's terrible. So like
look at that Cheney though. That Cheney's good, man. It's so good. These are great. I think we got to bring this back. I know that Machu did the one with us coming out, and I'm still like, I still need to learn how to dance like that so that we can walk into toy cons that way. I think that'd be great. There's Mike. Look, this would have been a natural transition too.
that really would have.
Mike,
I think like the end game for this is like, my vision for this was like, I really wanted to like get people like cutting promos, like sending in videos of themselves like cutting promos, which was actually inspired by the video that you guys did. That's the first video I ever saw of you guys, and I was like, these guys got it, man. Like these guys know what's going on. And like, I just want everybody to like just submit like videos of that. Just create beef in the toy community, right?
It just, you know what the funny part is like, you didn't even have to, if you really want to go in depth, you don't even have to show a video. You could just do a voiceover your created guy talking.
Yeah.
With using your voice.
Yeah, with the mic. Yeah. Definitely could. 100%.
I would so be down to cut promos for that. And like, what a full circle moment too from that Toy Amigos thing that we did. Oh my god, that feels like forever ago too. By the way, Matt, like that when we did that.
That wasn't here.
I know it wasn't there. Yeah. So that's incredible. This has been so good, dude. I'm so glad we brought all this stuff up. This is great. This is exactly what I needed, and hopefully other people needed out there for today. Before, I know we're coming up on time, but I know, and I definitely want to talk about your 3D printing, man. Like again, you are,
cool.
as we like to say, you are a man who does not like money. To talk about all your habits and all your toys and all your hobbies. I mean, outside of Dynamic Little Dusties, which, by the way, great moment in San Diego Comic-Con where you were just like handing out little bags of white plastic that were shady as all hell. But I was like, oh my God, this is so great.
At the bar with everybody.
At the bar. Yeah, these things that look like little. Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. If you want to see a guy with bags of white stuff, I'm your guy.
Yeah. Somebody came up to me later and was like, "Hey, you got any white?" And I was like, "Oh, you gotta go see Poncho." And he came back and he's like, "What the hell is this?"
What is this?
Like, I can't cut this up. I was like, "Why would you cut it up? What is wrong with you?" Yeah, those are clouds, man. What are you doing? So, speaking, Yimbo must have heard us. He's talking, and Yimbo is just checking in now, saying, "What's up, my dudes?" Let's
go.
How'd you get started with the Dusties? Where did the Dusties start?
I think like for Dusties, I had just gotten an FDM printer because I got a resin printer first. I got my resin printer in 2017 or something. Yeah, Mike's got this stuff. Mike's got this stuff. But I'd used a resin printer for like forever. But like my resin printer, it's actually here in my office, like over there. Like all my old tech lives in my office, and I work office right now. But like my build plate was so little, it was like microscopic. But like that was like bleeding edge back then, like a 5x4 build plate, stupid. But like I just got an FDM, and I was so stoked that I could print stuff that was bigger than 4 inches wide. And I was like, I was looking around my room, and like I'm sure everybody's done this who like does like photos and displaying and stuff, but like you'll buy like statues and stuff just for the accessories that they come with. So I was buying like Dragon Ball statues because they had like dust on them. And there's like this really great Vegeta statue that's like he's doing the final flash, and he has like these awesome like plumes of like dust around him. And I bought that statue just for that. And
a One Piece statue just for birds.
Yeah, you did.
Just for birds.
Just for birds, baby.
Boys.
We'll buy an entire Mezco just for the birds and the rats. It's crazy. That's real dedication. But I was trying to get those dust things like to work with a certain photo, but like it just wasn't working because like the design was clashing or whatever. Because like those were very like Toriyama coded dust clouds. Like if you see like dust drawn by Akira Toriyama, like it's the way he does it. But like I just had like a light bulb moment. Like, why don't I just sculpt it? Like, am I an idiot for not thinking about this? Because I was already sculpting. I was already like I was already getting into sculpting, but like head sculpts and stuff. And like the first head sculpt I did was of like my cat, like my stupid piece of shit cat. I was like practicing sculpting, like doing my cat head, but then like I wanted to break from doing that. So one afternoon, I was just like, I think I was watching Cake Wars, which is insane because the thing I sculpted last night, I was doing while watching Cake Wars too. I don't know. But like, I just like banged out one of like the clouds for Dusty's, like the circular one. I have a Dusty right here. I think I do.
Perfect.
Like I banged out.
There you go.
Like this one right here. And it was like tiny. It was like microscopic. It was very small. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I did this, and then I did like a long one, and I went from like design, like concept design, and like having like a prototype in my hand, and like one afternoon. It was like super crazy. God. And then I made the mistake of posting it on my Instagram, and then everybody said they wanted one, and then that became 2 years of my life just printing.
So if you don't want to get into mass production, don't post. Don't just say you got it. You got it from eBay.
Yeah,
don't,
someone else.
Don't share fun memories with your friends if you want. If you don't want
or,
to be.
Or if you really don't want to track it, just say you bought it at a toy show.
There you go. Yeah.
There's there's this guy right now who's making a Yellow Devil for Mega Man. He 3D printed one. It's so great. It looks so good, and he is not selling it. And I wish I had that mental strength to like not want to like share stuff I make. It's crazy.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to share it? You know what I mean? Like, I get that. I get that.
I get that.
So,
I get it. But I also like the idea of just having something for me.
right. I get that. I get that too. Oh, that's
But
amazing.
yeah, that's how I got started with the Dusties. I like just wanted to. I don't know. I wanted something
wanted
that
them.
didn't exist, and then I was like,
Yeah.
"Why don't I just sculpt it? Just sculpt it, stupid, because you're sculpting stuff right now. I just don't understand." Like, that's what I did, and then I'm working on version 2 of Dusties right now with like different shapes and whatever.
Ooh,
so that should be fun.
Great. So that'll take you clear through to 2027.
Yeah, basically.
So yeah, you'll be printing Dusties for then. But then you went and you did the auras for the Dragon Balls. Those are impressive as hell, man. Like those are really cool.
Like the big like Gokus and stuff. Or
did I say it wrong? Are they not auras? What are they?
You said it right.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about like the acrylic auras I did.
Yeah, the acrylic
like
things, they're dope.
These guys
I guess
these are cool too. I don't know. These are I did these first, and then I made the mistake of pricing them at $25. Is definitely not worth my time doing things for that amount of money. But like I'm locked in, I guess. So like I just don't do them anymore. Unfortunately, I opened up like a super small batch to like my friends and like people on like my Discord server and whatever. And like I'm still going through that, which sucks. Like they just take forever. And like when it's cold, you can't do them because like painting in the cold is the worst. I don't know. It's just But like I really like doing those auras. I just wish I was just doing them. Everything I do, I wish I was just doing that one thing, so I could really just like lock in on it and then just do all that stuff. But yeah, those like giant form auras I was doing for Goku, Vegeta, Whis, and Beerus were like those were super fun. Like I had wanted to do like that Goku for years. Like that chapter of the manga came out like I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I actually did like a 2D version of it with like I painted it and whatnot, and that thing is huge. I think it's like 3 feet tall. Because it's like actually in scale. Because like the Goku is supposed to fit like in the head. I cannot do that with a 3D printer I have right now. It's impossible. But but doing like a scaled down 3D printed version of it was really cool. I experimented a lot with like transparent filament and whatnot, and it was just a lot of fun. And like I did the Goku, then I was like, well, I got to do one for Vegeta, and then I was like, oh no, but like there's a really cool like fan anime. There's like this really sick fan animation where it's like they're animating the Moro arc, which is a really great arc, but it's manga only right now. And like Goku and Vegeta like turn Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, but the impact frame is like Beerus and Whis, and like it's like the sickest shit ever. And then I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do that. And then I was like, well, now I got to do a Vegeta, and then I did the Vegeta, and like, but then I want to do like more stuff because like I want to do like a Shenron for Piccolo. And then I want to do an Ozaru for Broly, but like I just can't dedicate that amount of time to.
But it's cool though that you like how you said, it came out 4 or 5 years ago, but you like have had that in your head. And now you're able to bring that forward, bring it out into real life. Like that's a cool feeling. Whether it's something you do more of, like just to be able to say, "Hey, I want this," and instead of waiting for somebody else, it's like I made this. I did this. And that's pretty cool to do. And I know that you mentioned there was another project, and you can feel free to say no to this. This is one of those curveballs. There was something else that you wanted to do. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that, but you'd put up a story that was like, you were done with these and there's something else that you've been working on for a while, and you just teased it like that. I don't know if you wanted to.
It's a double aura of like Goku and Piccolo from like the Lord Slug movie, which is like super cool. That's like one of my favorite scenes in like any Dragon Ball movie. But I just don't know how I do it. Like,
okay.
And they just end up looking like they're humping each other and stuff. Like I just like it was like the first thing I thought. I was like, to people who aren't like into Dragon Ball, like it's just a green guy on top of like some dude with weird hair. And I was like, I don't know if this translates, but like
it's the internet. Someone's gonna be into it, you know.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, someone will be into it. There's things out there for everybody. We've had this comment sitting for a while here. Lago Fig says, "Let me tell you something." So I mean, he is down for cutting promos for sure. I bet you he'd be really good at them too. And we got Collection Nexus saying lots of wrestling fans are into figures. So let me know who I send my bribe to so I can get into the next season. So there you go. There you go. You don't have to make Dusties anymore. You could just collect bribes.
I'm assuming that's what is his name? Escaping
Berserk.
Berserk. And when I was on the show, I told him to send me a picture so I can add him into the roster, and I have not gotten that picture yet.
There you go.
That's true. Your method is way better than mine because you actually use the technology and tools available to you to make like really good renders. I brute force sculpt these like an idiot. Like
that one, by the way, that was probably the most ACBA thing you can say, right? Like, I go old school with it. You use the tools and technology around.
I've been playing those games since.
That's true, dude. Like when it came to face scanning, dude, I remember when the Xbox One came out. Like I was still working at GameStop, so like I had rented 2K14 or something.
Yeah,
and I tried to do like the face scan thing with the Kinect. It spat out such a Mr. Potato Head looking head sculpt that like I never ever use face textures ever again for any 2K game ever. And I was like, you know what? I'm over this tech. I don't want to do it.
Was that one of Mario? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Mr. Potato Head was it one of Mario? Sorry.
I forgot what year it was, but they had a competition of like doing your custom figure, right? Like your custom wrestler.
Yeah.
And winner will get a custom figure. And I was like one of the runner-ups.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. The ones that won all had masks on their face. So that way they don't have to scan a face.
What a
they
rig.
Just use the mask.
What a rig.
Did you guys get selfie series or no?
No.
Oh no. Well, you know, I'm in the same boat with you because mine looks nothing like me. So it's like I didn't get one at all. So...
Didn't Rick get one, but his looked like him?
Rick got the most Rick is like a focus grouped. He's the figure that they pick for the commercial. Like I'm telling you, man, it looks exactly like this dude. And like they just completely just dropped the bag off the face of the earth when it came to mine. Like it looks nothing like me.
There you go. Oh my god, it's so good.
And like I know that they can do like thick dudes because they got Rick, but not me. What the fuck? I don't understand.
No, and Rick Dobbs says Machu asked you for a picture 8 months ago, and then Dobbs says Machu asked me for a pic, but didn't say what it was for. Machu,
he was in the game the next day.
Careful. And we were talking about wrestling, and of course Frank here, Realm of Toys, has to show up because nobody dives in to wrestling figures like Frank. See what I did there? You like that? And Dom says Jay Shottery has. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Here it is. Yeah, there's my figure. I'm done. He's already. It's Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait for the mommy figure to show up. I've already got him posed. Anyway. I broke Matt on that one. Rick Dobbs says my figure looks more like me than I do.
It really does. It really does.
That's perfect. That's awesome. We are coming up on our time here, but before we close out, this is not going to be a smooth transition. I do want to give a shout out to our good friends over at Toy DNA and remind everybody, if you have not backed and are interested, to go back the Cursed Dead. The Kickstarter is wrapping up in the next couple of days. We got 71 hours to go. And we are, a few K shy here of picking up your figures. So go support our good friend Adam playing with myself there. And the rest of the crew here. We've got what was it, Paxton, right? I believe, and Josh Falcon there to no, it's Phil Ramirez, who, you know, again, incredible dude.
Just keep running with that joke.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna basically define who I am at this point, just mispronouncing names. It's great. Yeah, I mean, you guys, they've been all over the ToyTubers with these figures. I'm just gonna give one quick scroll, but if it is something you're interested in, man, go back it and you know, support your fellow toy community. And you know, again, great pictures on here by Cheney. Incredible soft goods, sculpts, everything, and you know, it's pretty awesome. So we'll that'll be my last transitional plug of the night. We'll end on that. But what Pancho, what else you got? What else do you want to plug coming up besides OcToyber in 8 months from now?
Yeah. Nothing. Just follow me on Instagram, I guess.
There you go.
That's probably the best thing. Follow me on Instagram, and then just look at my stories, because that's basically all I post now. I have this weird thing, like, you know, millennials don't like using stickers because like it's permanent and weird. Like I'm like the same way with reels. I don't like posting reels because they're permanent. I'll post stories all day because they disappear into the ether like 24 hours later. I don't know, whatever.
I was just gonna say, I was like on your page and I was like, oh, where's this and where's that? And I was like, oh my god, this must have been a story.
I'll be honest,
Sorry.
I do like posting stories, but the reason why I post reels is because the comments are not in my DMs.
Yeah, that's true. That's great. That's a really good.
Like the conversation is there, right? They're not.
Yeah.
Not having a million different conversations about the same thing.
It's a great point.
There you go.
But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on stories and maybe reels. I don't know.
Maybe reels, maybe the return of the wrestling. You know, we got some good stuff coming.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There you go.
That's true.
All right. And all right.
Oh, watch the ACBA podcast. What am I doing?
There you go.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Watch the ACBA podcast Fridays at 8:00. What are you gonna do? Check us out.
There you go. Macho, you got anything coming up?
Do I have anything coming up? I think there's some toy shows this weekend. It's gonna be
Toy shows this weekend.
Yeah. You free?
Well, I'm never free, man, but I'll make it work. You know. Man, I was. Are you free? I'm never free. I'm always very expensive. Is my line. That's what I usually use at work. So Dom says he'll be at Wayne. So you know, and Toy Migo's pushing hard. Bring back the wrestling. I'm with you, dude. Let's bring back the wrestling. Anyway, Pancho, dude, this was awesome, man. This was so good to have you. And apologies for taking so long to get on the show, but we are thrilled to have you. And this was an absolute blast. And we look forward to talking to you again too. And hey, I'm available for any commentating you want on wrestling. I don't know all the moves, but I can't pronounce names, but I will make it up as I go. Lord knows I will try.
Specimen for exactly what I want to do.
That's it.
There we go.
I will bring a level of unprofessionalism to your show that you need. That's exactly it. Make it feel all real. I'd look, and thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight, whether you watched live or on the replay. We appreciate the hell out of you, and we wouldn't be doing this show without you. So thank you so much. And it's about that time. Go and get out of here. Go make some content. Go be proud of yourselves. And thanks for watching. Machu. Should we all do it? Should we all pose? Should we all do the pose? Cue that outro.
I can't cue the intro if I.
No. Use your elbow.
Use your click it. Just use your elbow. Just use your foot.
Strength in numbers, it's as simple as that, and a lot of strength on display here.